Like, you did a really, really good job. And that's something that we're going to have to continue to utilize, right? We did a great job. 11 offensive rebounds. We outscored them on second chance points. 21 assists on 33 makes. Y'all, shot distribution was really good. Just overall, like, strong team effort. We've talked about it all year. We're resilient and we're deep. And both of those things allow us to do some things that other people might not think we can, right? We are bigger. We are greater than the me. Yep, no doubt about it.
What happens when your star Caitlin Clark is missing, yet your team still humiliates its biggest so-called rival? The Indiana Fever just answered with a 92-70 demolition of the Chicago Sky, shattering 6 records in the process. Up next, you'll see exactly how Aaliyah Boston, Lexi Hull, Michaela Timpson, and Kelsey Mitchell turn this into a masterclass in domination, leaving Angel Reese's squad looking completely rattled and out of ideas. If you're riding with the Fever, drop "I've got the Fever" in the comments. Let's get into it.
Folks, yet again, the Indiana Fever face the Chicago Sky, and yet again, we whoop that. Oh boy. 92-70. It was a whole party.
Imagine driving in for a layup, only for the hoop to vanish because a brick wall appears in front of you. That's exactly what Chicago experienced anytime Aaliyah Boston guarded the paint. She now ranks 3rd in Fever history for career blocks, collecting 132 in just 112 games. That's not chance. That's consistency and control from a player still only in her 3rd season.
Chicago can really use a bucket here just to maintain stride for stride with Indiana here. Cardoso, they go inside. She's been the most sure option. This time blocked by Boston.
And for Indiana fans, it tasted even sweeter. They pulled this off without Caitlin Clark. The easy storyline was that without their star floor general, the Fever's defense would falter and the lane would open for Chicago's bigs. Instead, Boston turned the key scoring area into a no-entry zone. Early in the first quarter, as Chicago tried to attack quickly, she rejected a layup so perfectly that the ball shot back toward midcourt. That block wasn't just a stop, it flipped the game's energy instantly, sparking momentum. Indiana never gave back.
Aaliyah Boston, she remembers the days at South Carolina. The practices at South Carolina, beating up on good old Camila Cardoso. She sees Camila Cardoso and she says, oh, this is food. This is a player, this is a matchup I can continue to be aggressive on. This is a player that no matter how good Camila may be or may not be, I will always be able to own her. And own her she did. Own her she did.
Boston's defensive instincts are unreal. She blocks well over 1 shot per game, yet rarely overcommits or takes herself out of position. That kind of discipline makes opponents second-guess even attempting a drive. By the second half, Chicago was settling for uncomfortable mid-range looks, clearly worn down from getting denied inside. That's the power of an elite rim protector. They don't just stop shots, they alter an entire offense's mindset.
AB moved up to 3rd all-time in Fever for franchise blocks.
Chicago simply had no counter. Possession after possession, they attacked the lane and got nothing. Missed attempts turned into Indiana rebounds, and the Sky looked desperate. Each failure in the paint only made Boston's defensive presence loom larger in their heads. And in a rivalry game, that means more than just numbers. It's a psychological blow.
Not afraid to start the break. 2-on-4. The math doesn't work out. Cunningham thought about it. Kicks it up top. Boston handing off to Mitchell. Mitchell, plenty of space. This time back to Boston. Boston, whoa, moving furniture and getting the lay-in.
This was about establishing control in one of the most crucial matchups of the season. Boston's dominance didn't just contribute to the win, it fueled a 22-point blowout that left Chicago frustrated on nearly every drive. And while Boston locked up the paint, another Fever player was making sure the Sky couldn't find breathing room on the perimeter, racking up steals, hitting big shots, and reaching to milestones of her own.
Coming off the screen, trying to create some separation. Dumps it up to Boston. It trickles in.
How often do you see a player hit a career milestone on defense and light up the scoreboard on the same night? That's exactly what Lexi Hull pulled off against Chicago. She didn't just grab her 100th career steal. She turned the game into her own highlight tape. This wasn't a quiet achievement. It was proof she's grown into a true two-way threat that opposing guards can't overlook.
Lex, 100th career steal.
Yeah.
And season high in points.
Yeah.
With Caitlin Clark sidelined and both Arie McDonald and Sydney Colson done for the season, Hull's role expanded fast. She wasn't just filling minutes, she was tasked with spacing the floor, locking down the perimeter, and keeping the offense flowing. That's a heavy load, but she played like she'd been preparing for it all year. She scored 17 points on 5 of -9 shooting, drilling 4 of her 6 threes. Every make felt like a dagger to Chicago, and it gave her a new season high.
Williams gonna have to hurry. Off the dribble, rolls out. Oh, open three. Oh, what a sight for Alexi Hall. She has needed that one to drop.
Alexi Hall catching fire.
Now Chicago just needs to get it a little bit more settled here in the half court. Nurse loses it. Mitchell 2-on-1. It's a foot race. Mitchell to Cunningham. Cunningham right there for 2 more.
The Sky tried running her off the arc, but her release was too quick. Early in the second half, she splashed one from the corner over a closeout, forcing defensive chaos. In the fourth, with Indiana already ahead, she nailed another deep 3 from well beyond the line, sending the crowd into a frenzy. That wasn't just adding points, it signaled the Sky had run out of answers.
Again, no Sydney Colson out for the year with the ACL tear. Lexi Hall, though, the bucket and the foul. He's dealt with so much scoring intensity lately.
Yeah, terrific baseline execution. She comes off the curl. Tell you what, this Fever team is going to be very dangerous, no matter the roster.
Oh, Lexi Hall! Heat checking her napalm era right now.
Her defense was just as sharp. That 100th steal came from reading the ball handler perfectly and swiping it clean, not from a lazy pass. Teammates later said they trust her shot every time she rises up. The confidence was infectious. The bench stayed on its feet, fans were buzzing, and the intensity never dipped. Hull proved she can swing momentum on both ends, even without being the biggest name on the roster. Her scoring burst didn't just keep Indiana's lead, it turned the game into a public humiliation for Chicago.
Lexi, that final 3-pointer kind of felt like the perfect end of that night. Just if you could just talk to me about the celebration, how much of a relief that was for you, just kind of to punctuate it like that.
I mean, it's fun. You know, the crowd was behind us today. It's fun to walk out of the gym on a high note and on a make. And yeah, I mean, I saw the time going down, so I was trying to pull out my inner Kelsey Mitchell.
While Hull caught fire from outside, other Fever players made their presence felt near the rim, proving hustle stats can change a game just as much as a run of threes. When your leading scorer also takes over as the main playmaker, that's trouble. For the opponent, Kelsey Mitchell didn't just top Indiana's scoring chart, she also ran the offense, racking up 26 points and a season-high 8 assists. That performance pushed her to the top of the WNBA scoring list this season.
Chelsea Money Mitch, she brought the shovels out early. Money Mitch digging a ditch.
Mitchell had to balance hunting her own shots with keeping the offense in rhythm. That could slow most players, but not her. In the first quarter, she drove hard, drew 2 defenders, then kicked it to Hull for a wide-open 3. Later, she executed a flawless pick-and roll with Aaliyah Boston, dropping in a perfect lob for a layup. These weren't routine passes, they were momentum-shifting plays that kept Chicago scrambling.
And we got a couple for Kelsey. 9 assists. Moved into the lead in the entire WNBA for total points.
Shout out to the girls.
Sophie Cunningham gave Mitchell a break by taking over ball handling on a few possessions, letting Mitchell shift back into attack mode without stalling the offense. That mix kept the Fever unpredictable. Sometimes she was creating time sprinting off screens for pull-up jumpers. Chicago never solved it.
Settled here in the half court. Nurse loses it. Mitchell 2-on-1. It's a foot race. Mitchell to Cunningham. Cunningham right there for 2 more.
Michaela Timpson's contributions didn't grab headlines, but they mattered. In only 7 minutes, she set a career high in rebounds. Those extra possessions counted. A couple of times, she muscled down boards in traffic and fired an outlet pass to spark a fast break. Other times, she boxed out hard to end Chicago's possessions. It was gritty, physical work that might not make the highlights, but kept Indiana in full control.
AK, career high in rebounds.
Timpson's rebounding was incredibly efficient in such limited minutes. Every time she checked in, she brought instant energy, letting the starters rest without losing the team's edge. Against the Sky team already showing frustration and slumping body language, those extra possessions felt like twisting the knife.
Coming off the screen, trying to create some separation. 2 dumps it up to Boston. It trickles in.
Mitchell's ability to lead in both points and assists while keeping the offense sharp proves she's far more than just a scorer. Pair that with Timpson's hustle in a high-pressure game, and you see the bigger picture. This wasn't one player bailing the team out. This was depth stepping up, filling tough roles and breaking an opponent's will. And the reality for Chicago? Brutal. A Fever team missing its biggest name just dismantled them from start to finish.
Cunningham thought about it this time, puts it on the deck. A deflection, bodies flying to the floor. Mitchell controls, 8 to shoot. Mitchell, hesitation in the paint. The floater off the window.
And here is Kelsey Mitchell getting downhill. Little sidestep into the floater.
Pivoting, pirouetting, tough shot, well defended. Mitchell trying to attack Allen. Step back tray. Mitchell buries it.
Now picture that same team with Caitlin Clark back in the lineup. That 92-70 route wasn't luck or a one-off. It was a preview of a fully loaded Fever squad, dangerous at every spot, defensively relentless, and confident enough to dictate the game from the opening tip.
We won every quarter. This was a steady beatdown from start to finish. Every quarter, we build a lead, we add more, we add more, we add more, and the next thing you know, you look up and the Indiana Fever have a lead of 25 points. Chicago Sky suck. We need to beat the teams we're supposed to beat. And the Chicago Sky are one of those teams.
For weeks, critics claimed Indiana couldn't function without Clark. Then they went and swept Chicago 4 times in a season, now holding a 7-1 record against them over the past 2 years. This latest meeting wasn't about survival. It was about proving they can accelerate without their star and still dominate.
Yeah, I mean, I'm proud of this group. I think we've shown all season long, like, they're resilient, they're connected, they pull for each other, they enjoy one another, they celebrate one another, and that stuff alone is good for 10 to 12 points a game. And for this group, the way that they share the ball, how unselfish they are, I mean, I'm really proud of them. It's not been ideal circumstances all season long, but they've shown the character of who they are. They've been resilient, they've responded to adversity, and they continue to elevate one another. And I couldn't be more proud of this group than I am at this moment.
Boston climbed 2/3 all-time in franchise blocks. Hull hit her 100th career steal while setting a season-scoring high. Mitchell ran the offense with her best assist total of the year while leading the WNBA in points. Timpson crashed the boards. Like a veteran, none of this replaces Clark. It strengthens the foundation she returns to.
I think it just says a lot about who we have as human beings. That was one of the things that we made a priority in the offseason of, who we bring into this organization. Number one, quality human beings, selfless human beings that want to pull for one another, that understand. We have this depth for a reason, and sometimes it creates challenges getting people on the floor. But in situations like this is why you have it. And I'm just, she's right. I mean, as a pro and as a pro coach, this is one of the most connected groups I've seen.
With the playoff race heating up, every statement win pushes Indiana higher and makes them harder to prepare for. This group isn't just happy to make the postseason, they want to shake it up when they get there. When Clark returns, Boston's wall in the paint, Hull's shooting, Mitchell's dual threat offense, and Timpson's energy will still be there. That's when bad nights for opponents turn into nightmares. Even without their superstar, the Fever just outclassed a rival by 22, controlled the pace, and broke 6 records. With Clark back, stopping them becomes an even bigger challenge. And Chicago. 4 straight losses to the same team says it all. If you're with the Fever type, I've got the Fever in the comments. Hit like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss what's next.